here. You may have seen videos that I posted up already on the channel, and you may have seen this organization featured on a variety of either radio or TV shows. Bags of Hope is truly needed in today's world. There's a lot of need out there for it, and today joining me in the car is the co-founder of Bags of Hope, Kim Gagne. Good morning, Kim.
Hi,
How are you?
Good.
Thank you so much for joining us in the Camry of Wonder here. And fun fact, I am actually, usually when I do an interview, I will drive around a neighborhood or just, you know, it's a pick you up in one spot and drop you off. I'm actually full Uber service for you right now. I am actually taking you to the place where you will be assembling bags, because right now you guys are in the thick of it.
Yes.
So before we get into this year's need, how did the organization start? How did you and your husband John get the idea to start this?
Back when we were in foster care classes at Massachusetts, learning about what kids go through when they're in the system, the social workers had told us a lot about kids getting removed from their biological families and what that situation is like, and how what typically happens is the social worker goes into the home and it's usually a very tense situation. They grab a trash bag, the children's belongings, and they throw a few things in, and then that child moves into a foster home. But what happens is a lot of times that initial bag that their belongings were in then moves with them as they move throughout the foster care system.
A trash bag.
A trash bag, yeah.
Now, it's not for any fault of the situation. It's convenience at that point.
Right. So what the social worker said is a lot of times, just because they're never in the office, they're always on the go, and they get calls to go remove children, and they can't keep, you know, all these bags in their car, so they end up with a box of trash bags so that they have something to quickly remove some items. And so when John and I heard about that, we just were completely heartbroken. It really bothered us for a long time. And after we finished our adoption classes, we adopted our first child, and when we went to the foster home to pick him up, the foster mom had said, "Oh, hold on a second, I have some of his belongings downstairs," and she came walking up with the trash bag. And it was that drive home that day that we had said, let's do something.
I mean, really, that should bother anybody. I mean, think about it. Thanksgiving was last week. You know, a lot of these big meals, think about what you throw into a trash bag. You throw in the carcass of a turkey. You throw in food, spoiled food. You're throwing junk mail in there. I mean, so there's a subliminal message, essentially, and even though you're not intending to do it, to a child, they see that and say, oh, geez, you know, aside from having my entire world flips upside down, the little things that I can take with me are equivalent to garbage.
Right, and I've read a lot of books of kids that have been in foster care, and many of them often talk about the trash bag, and they talk about, even as adults, when they hear the sound of a trash bag, even opening it to put it in the can, when somebody does that, they're reminded of moving.
Wow. And
they tie it to that. And one of the children that we did a Bag of Hope for maybe 4 or 5 years ago, their trash bag was actually mistaken for trash and thrown out. So, you know, it's a daily reality. And if you ask most people that have fostered, and you ask most kids that have been in foster care, they will know exactly what we mean when we say, you know, the trash bag.
Well, that's kind of the term they get. It's a trash bag kid.
Right, yep.
Which is terrible. So we've established, and if you're watching this at home, if you want to learn more, they have a wonderful website, bagsofhopene.org. You can also follow the link in the description to learn more about them. Give them a like and share this video to help spread the message. So today, now 2017, you guys have this program which is thriving, and what does this program do?
So basically, every single day from August till December 24th, as many social workers that want to participate, and right now we have pretty much the entire state of Massachusetts, all of Rhode Island, part of Florida. They email us kids as they remove them from homes, and kids that are currently in foster care, and we monogram a duffel bag. Sandy Lane Sports in Warwick.
Good people. Good people over at Sandy Lane. Good people.
They have been so good to us, and they have monogrammed every single duffel bag that we've ever done for Bags of Hope, which at the end of this year will probably be close to 17,000 duffel bags. They've monogrammed. So that's the most important piece of the project is the monogramming, because it not only gives them a bag, but it has a sense of belonging to it.
Yeah.
It has their name on it. Many kids in care have never had their name even on something.
Right.
And a name is an important thing. It's an identifier, and it allows that bag to stay connected to them and not get left behind in a foster home. So the personalization of the bag is the most important part.
And one of the things, because I've been there on some of the nights packing the bags, or as you guys go through, the name, the spelling of the name,
right.
There's so much attention paid to that. If it's not checked at least 5 times,
right, at least, yeah.
It's amazing. Every person who handles that bag and touches that bag, they always look, compare it to the tag, compare it to the paperwork that you have.
Maybe it's because I'm a nurse and I'm used to checking medical bracelets.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's...
I know, just so the name is important, and I think that to deliver a child a bag, if it's wrong, then it defeats the whole purpose.
Right,
so,
right. And the items that you're putting in the bags,
right,
are great quality stuff that are age specific. So, I mean, I love the story your husband tells a couple of years ago when you first started.
Oh, no.
You found blankets at Kohl's on Black Friday.
Yep.
And you literally these are mine.
Yes, I had, we were doing this experiment because I had gone into different foster homes, group homes, and said to every kid, if you could get something inside of a duffel bag, what would you want? And unanimously, every child had told me a blanket. They said a lot of times we move from home to home, and you want your own blanket, because some people keep their house cold, hot, have uncomfortable sheets, beds. You might be sleeping on a couch. You never know. So they wanted their own blanket. Yeah. So I was on this hunt for good quality blankets. So I kept buying blankets, washing them, trying them out to see if they were good quality, if they lasted. And on Black Friday, maybe 5 years ago, I was in Kohl's in Seekonk, and I found these blankets that were exactly what we were looking for, and they're $40 blankets. They're beautiful, and on Black Friday they go on sale for $8.99, and then Kohl's gives us like a 15 or 20% off coupon, and we get them for like $7.
You got the Kohl's mafia going on with the points and everything.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
So when I found these blankets, people were going crazy over them, so I just laid across them and called John and said, I need help. I need you to come help me. Now Kohl's is so good to us. They order them in advance for us, and we can go the week of Black Friday, because it takes, this year it took 9 hours, 2 cashiers to cash out for the blankets all day.
That's so great. And you have other great sponsors. I know CVS has worked with you guys.
CVS has donated.
Who else?
So Neil Nadu at Lemon and Oil Deli, they do all the food typically for the social workers. They've done our dinners for us for fundraising. They've done a lot of work for us. They help us promote the project. Right in Seekonk, it's wonderful. But just the local companies, everybody always encourages me to you should go straight to corporate for all these things. But the community that we've built around the project of people being able to be hands-on and involved has been so good. Even when we walk into Kohl's in Seekonk, they say, "Oh, the blanket ladies the blanket people are here," and they're so good to us. We were short this year. We got 1,000 more kids' names on Wednesday before Thanksgiving. We had already purchased our Kohl's blankets, and so we went in there on Black Friday, and they pulled out everything out of the back supply room and helped us load it up. They're just very good to us.
That's so great, and I mean, it's a wonderful thing. The first year you did this, was it 30 you started with, and you ended up filling 100?
Yeah, we were thinking, it was honestly just John and I were going to do a couple bags, so I had looked into ordering just a couple bags. But once I asked the social workers about it, they kept saying, you know what, I think we have other social workers that really have kids that have a need, and they kept calling and calling and calling. And so then it grew to 100 that first year, which really surprised me. And I thought it was going to be just a one-time thing and didn't think about it. So then I got a phone call the next fall, and they said, are you going to be doing that again? We have a lot of need. And so we decided to do it again, and that's the year we ended up with just about 500, and then it just has grown from there. And
so this year the number is well over 6,000.
Yep.
If people want to get involved, it's one of those things where it's so much easier. $25 sponsors one bag.
Right.
That sponsors the bag itself, the contents of it, getting it to the social workers, and those bags are delivered right up until Christmas Day, and I'm sure you guys have done what you had to do to make that happen.
Right.
So the best place for people to go to make a donation is the website, correct?
Right, that's the best place. Yeah, if they want to sponsor a child, so every day.
Or 100 kids, if you want.
100 kids.
End of the year is coming. Need those tax write-offs. Let's think about this, people. Come on now.
Yeah, we have about a little over 1,700 kids out of the 6,000 that need to be sponsored still.
Okay.
So every day, the difficulty is that every single day we get more kids. So last night I got another 40 names.
Wow.
Today I'm sure I'll get more names. And as the holidays get closer, that's the times that they remove more kids from their biological families because of holiday stressors and drug and alcohol issues and different family issues that happen around the holiday.
Another great company that's worked with you, especially up at the last minute stuff, right up through, is Cardis Furniture. They reach right out to you guys, and they're excellent. They come out, and their help is truly appreciated.
Yeah, we actually, because of Cardi's help, there's the kids that get removed last minute, we're able to provide toys with. We're able to help them get covered for the holiday.
That's so great. That's so great. If you're looking to do something this holiday season, folks, something that is truly genuine, that is literally handled with care, this is the organization. There are many great organizations out there. This is something truly unique. Only in their 6th year at this point. So reach out to them. Find out if you have a corporation that wants to make a donation, or even if you want to organize a group from your workplace that come volunteer and wrap or pack bags. Find all the information right there on the links. Go to their website and everything. And Kim, if there was one thing that people should really keep in mind when if they're making a donation, or when they make a donation, what's that one thing you want people to remember about this whole project?
I would say there's two things. One little detail is that if you do make a donation online and you'd like us to ship you the ornament that of the child you sponsored, just put that in the comments when you give. We'd be happy to ship you the ornament. The other thing is, just as you hear the numbers and you think about the project and doing the duffel bags, as we stand in the room, those duffel bags may mean a Christmas present, but every time I see one of those names, it's another child in foster care, another child that needs an adoptive home. And the bigger vision of this project is to bring to the surface the need for foster and adoptive families. And that's our number one goal, is that people realize that when you stand in a room with 5,000 bags stacked high that represent kids, each one of those children need a home.
Wow.
And every single day I get calls asking if I know a family that could take this child or that child, or a sibling group, so they don't have to split them. And so through this project, we've been able, I think, to get licensed over maybe 40 to 50 families that are now fostering.
That's so
that
great.
To me is the bigger picture. So I want to just say, if you have a heart to maybe open your house up to one child or two, that we can help them along the process and get licensed.
Folks, if you want to learn more about Bags of Hope, please head over to the website. And again, if you're interested in donating, you can make the donation there. Or if you have a corporation or a business place, you're looking for something to do, maybe in place of a holiday party, go pack bags with Kim and all of the elves over there at the Bags of Hope HQ. Kim, thank you to you and your husband for putting this together, and all the volunteers out there. I know I've lost my wife to that room for a number of nights, but it's all for a great cause. You guys do such great work, and really, it's a huge need that you guys are filling and taking care of.
Thank you. Yeah, and I have an incredible team who's extremely dedicated, and I could not do it without them. They are wonderful and literally give up their entire season. I think last year almost the entire team didn't get their Christmas tree up or any decorations up because they worked till the last second to make this happen.
Well, it's a good thing you decorated the room this year.
That's
where all the assembly room is, it's all decorated this year.
It's decorated, and there's Christmas music playing so that everybody can celebrate that way.
Fantastic. Kim, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Good. I'll drop you off now so you can finish your packing.
Thank you.
Although you're just getting started.
Just starting, yep. Thank you.